Hey everyone! In this video, I'm going to show my trick for staying logged in indefinitely and to avoid getting thrown into any queues in classic WoW. This method is 100% safe and I've personally been using it for about 7 years with no bans. The trick is super easy to implement and only requires 2 apps that you can download online. But before we go over the method, it's important to understand AFKing and how it impacts us. AFKing has multiple stages, so we'll start with the first stage. If you input no commands for 15 minutes, you'll be logged out of the game and put into the character creation screen. From here, you'll have another 15 minutes at this screen before you're forced DC'd. At this point, you'll have a 5-minute grace period before you're placed at the end of the queue, which is exactly what we want to avoid. Knowing this, you may think that you could simply log back in once you get booted out. But the next stage of the AFK system is a 3-strike system that works like this. If you've been logged out from stage 1 3 times, you'll be forced DC'd back to the main login screen. What this means is that if you were logged out due to being AFK, then clicked Enter World to resume being AFK, there's a limit of 3 times before you're forced DC'd back to the main login page. So we need a way to avoid stage 1 altogether. To our knowledge, there's only one solution to this in classic WoW, and that is to log out yourself and then log back in manually before the system can AFK you out. So if you were to log yourself out, then click Enter World, you could do this indefinitely and never be forced DC'd. But there's still the issue of accidental DCs. Say if a particular area goes down, like Stormwind, Elwyn Forest, or all the other zones, and no matter how many times you log out, you'll still be kicked out to the main screen, and then you'll only have 5 minutes to log back in before being placed in the queue. So how do we automate all this? Well, that's the key to this video. So let's go through the entire process now. To begin, we're going to install an auto clicker, whose link you can find with this video. This tool will input a digital click at a predetermined time interval, so you won't need to do anything with your hardware. Then we're going to install an auto key presser, which pretty much does the same thing. Once installed, we'll open them both and our WoW session. On any character, head into your macros menu and create a new macro. Then, in the contents, type /camp. This is going to be the vehicle that we use to force log ourselves out. Next, place it anywhere on your bars. Then, it's time to head back into the auto key presser and clicker, and enter our values. For our auto clicker, we're going to enter any amount of time under 15 minutes. I personally like to use 10. Then, in the auto key presser, we're going to set the time delay to anything under 1 minute, and set the key that it presses to be enter. Then, turn the 2 automatic tools on, hover your mouse over the logout macro, and we're good to go. The reason we have all of these set up the way we do is because every 10 minutes, the auto clicker will click our macro, logging us out. After that happens, our auto key presser will instantly click enter, logging us back in. But here's the crafty part. Let's say you get forced DC'd due to an area of the world going down, or maybe even your internet goes out. Well, then you'll be brought to the main login screen, where it'll tell you that there was an issue and give you a button to reconnect. Well, since we have our auto key presser pressing enter every 60 seconds, it's going to first press enter to clear the error message, then press enter again to reconnect us. That way, no matter what happens, we'll be able to log in. Doesn't matter if your internet goes out or you get DC'd for any amount of reason, we'll be able to log in no problem automatically. And there we have it. Just like that, we're able to automate our character's away status to stay logged in indefinitely. And as a bonus tip, you can install either Google Chrome Remote Browser or Steam Link Remote Player to monitor this automation status. And remember to set your battle.net status as offline, so nobody gets upset when you're not replying to their messages. So thanks for watching, and I hope this guide helps you with avoiding the queue.